So this was the unboxing of the Emma Bridgewater rose from David Austin. I can't say I was that happy when I opened the box. So if you just firstly, like down here, we've already got a sucker coming from the roots that has been left on. The cane is kind of noticeably bent, which isn't too much of a problem. I should be able to straighten that out. That's not actually too much, but meh. And also, the grafts are both on the same side of the rose, so it's just going to grow in one direction. It was a bit of a mess when it arrived. I had to really kind of untangle a lot of this inside. Kind of looks okay from this angle, but let's just get it from here. There is actually a gleam on there. It's all just looking a bit squiffy. Does have some buds on there though. We'll see, I guess.
Good morning, everybody. I have just woken up and I am pretty desperate to go and have a look at the roses that I received yesterday to see if there's any change in how they are. So I've literally just woken up. Here's my coffee. But first, let me just have a look at this. This is a little strawberry plant that I bought for £6 at a local little plant shop. And we're getting our first strawberries. How cute. Over here, this is Gertrude, just because this is by the seating area where we spend most of our time outside. So that's where we want the kind of powerful fragrance. Excuse all these boxes. And here, look. We've still got some flowers on each year's jam, the camellia. It's very pretty. Magnolia fragrant clouds. And then here we've got another kind of highly scented, because it's by the seating area. This is Climbs Hardy gardenia, and it only has one tiny little flower on it. But it smells amazing, just from that tiny one little flower. I can't get into it, it blooms a lot. Anyway, let's just go and have a look at these. Original Volvo, Evelyn, Parrot's Wife. These are huge. This is Jubilee celebration. We've had some really bad weather the last few days. It's been really windy and really wet. So everything is looking a bit battered at the moment. This is Gentle Hermione. And then these are some little tiny camellias that I bought from the Chelsea Flower Show, which are fun. And also I bought Chandos Beauty. It's here. My only hybrid teas that I have at the moment. Look at how battered everything is, that's crazy. These are freesias. There's a kind of common theme here of like things that smell good. That's what I tend to go for when I purchase plants. Anyway, right, let me put my coffee down. Right. This is the Emma Bridgewater that I received. I got home last night. I have pulled off the sucker that was on the side. But yeah, look how much it's leaning. It's
So I must say I was a bit disappointed when I received this. So both of the grafts are on the same side of the stem, which is not ideal because they're all going to be growing into each other. So they're going to have to be pruned kind of around that. But if you look, all of the stems are going like this. They should be coming out here and matching on this side. But even the stems that started going in this direction have all looped around and now are kind of leaning way over this way. Which, I don't know whether that's because of the way it was boxed or if it had grown that way. But either way, it's really annoying. It makes it look bald on one side. There was actually a bloom when I opened it last time. Let me just turn this around. So from this side, it looks great because it's leaning this way. Looks full on both sides. But yeah, if you turn around, it looks like it's being pulled in one direction by a big gust of wind, but we're inside obviously, so that's not the case. But here, this is one of the blooms. Looking a little bit faded now, looks like it's about to go over. But it is a pretty bloom, and it does have some fragrance. It's light, but it's there. And then just in the same video here, these are all of the roses that came from Eastcroft roses. I had all of these delivered despite actually going and visiting on a really windy and really rainy day. I don't have a car, so I went by public transport. It actually took me 2.5 hours to get there, so I left really early in the morning. And then when I arrived, it was just the windiest day ever. I'm trying to upload a video of that, but it's proving difficult to edit because a lot of the roses that I saw, I didn't necessarily take a video of the tag of all of them, but I was doing a voiceover at the same time, and I can't even hear myself on the video because it's so windy. So I'm trying to get a video up of that, but it's proving, just a bit difficult. It might take me a bit of time. So yeah, here we have the Belle de Jour that was sent to me. I find it quite difficult to buy fragranced yellow roses because I like the kind of very highly petaled, rounded look. And in the David Austin range, it kind of leaves you with The Poet's Wife or Golden Celebration or Bring Me Sunshine, but I don't really smell a lot from Bring Me Sunshine. It's a smell that I don't really detect very much of. I think The Poet's Wife smells absolutely amazing, as does Golden Celebration, but Golden Celebration is huge, and The Poet's Wife is quite floppy, and I have it planted at the front of my house, and it can get quite windy, and after a day of rain last week, every single bloom was just laying on the floor. It was really annoying, so I had to trim all of that right back. And we'll see how we go on the second flush, and next year will be its 3rd year in the ground, so I'm going to see how it does then. If it can't support itself in its 3rd year, might have to think about changing it out for something else. But yeah, anyway, here we have the Belle de Jour. To me, it smelled like apple when I unboxed it, but let's see. That's so interesting, yeah, because the website says that it smells like apricot and vanilla, I believe, on the Delbard website, but to me, I'm just getting quite a fresh, kind of appley, like freshly peeled apple kind of fragrance. But yeah, it's a nice rose. It was packaged really nicely by Eastcroft. It wasn't damaged. They obviously haven't chopped it back because it's full of buds. Yeah, healthy. I was very happy with that one. And then they also sent me this, which is the Kiss Me Kate Climbing Rose by Cordes. I have previously only purchased David Austin roses, so I'm trying to branch out into other things, and I've got my Gertrude, obviously, that you've just seen, but I want to try other things. So here, I'm going to try this nice Cordesres because I've heard that it smells amazing and that it's very healthy, which is pretty important. So it's in bud at the moment. So hopefully I'll be able to give that a bit of a smell soon and see how that is. And then also here we have Glorious Parfuma. So this is a new hybrid tea that I have purchased as well. So again from Eastcroft, all of these are from Eastcroft. And this again looks pretty healthy. This one did, no, it wasn't this one, I'm talking rubbish, don't listen to me. This has got a few buds on as well. So the photos and videos I've seen of Madame Anisette, its other name, it just looks really, really vigorous. It's got like lots and lots and lots of buds all at the same time. So I'm quite excited to see how that goes. And because it's got quite a unique fragrance, according to people online, I'm interested in smelling that one as well. And then here, again, going for another highly fragranced rose. This is Line Renard or Dee-lish or Sweet Parfum de Provence, whichever name you want to call it. And the tag actually even refers to it saying it has a very full scent. So this is a new hybrid tea as well. So now my hybrid tea collection is expanding after the Chandler's Beauty outside. So yeah, this is in bud. The buds look like they could pop pretty soon. And again, looks pretty good, pretty healthy. It did have a couple of little leaves with black spot right in the centre. But we just had, as I said, a really crap week with weather. So I'm not surprised there's a little bit. My roses actually had a little bit that I had to go and pick off, and I sprayed a bit of sulphur on them as well. So yeah, so this is where we are. So Belle de Jour, Kiss Me Kate, Glorious Parfuma, Sweet Parfum de Provence, and the Leaning Tower of Emma Bridgewater. Let's see how they go. Happy gardening, everybody.
And then just to compare, guys, these are the bare roots that were planted in the autumn. So this is the Astacia Vi. It had a really bent main cane, but I've managed to straighten that out. It's got some strong growth coming up one of the grafts here. Got some buds coming, and that's the bloom. And then Olivia, Emily Bronte, Young Lycidas, Harlow Car, Golden Celebration, Gabriel Lake. That had issues when it came as well, but it seems like it's turned itself around. And this one is Golden Celebration. This one was really severely snapped. This one had a graft completely snapped off, which left only these two, again on the same side, so growing through one another. And then it leaves this kind of, well, I thought I'd plant it and see how it goes, because it's still giving off lovely blooms. And then this is a little lemon tree, and look at that, we have actual lemons coming. Everything looks a bit crap at the moment because it has been awful, the weather. Happy gardening, everybody.